I mean, that's quite a condition. 0% doubters. I'm saying I'm gonna play brand new, like, wow, 10 points. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna play random shit. Like, I might lose this game. All right, there we go. Well, that is the most ridiculous odds I think we have ever had. And you know what? I don't feel bad. It didn't let me bet. Oh, Dreamer, come on. I basically only did the prediction because you asked. Okay. There's 20 seconds left. One doubter. That's the most absurd odds. We're playing C4. Wow, I wagered 10 points and I might win 12k. Plausible alpaca. Only joined the stream. Like, how do you even have 10 points? Well, I guess following probably gives you like 50 points or something. Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. We get this right back. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. Okay. Well, let's see. Many ways you can go right off of the bat here. Probably we just make tame developing moves. I don't think we do anything too crazy right off the bat. I think it'd be impossible to stop me from checking you on the first board. Quite a little debate. I got 300 from following. Well, that's pretty generous. Good stuff. Wait, you got 300 from following against the 12k, and you're like, 10's good enough. I don't need to wager the whole 300. Oh, I still have to set up the rewards. The channel point rewards. Why wager more? No, you're absolutely right. If you're the only one wagering, then for sure. Though he might be able to retake the knight on a second timeline. Farming points if Cement loses this, get 12k. I mean, hey. Alright. Defends the pawn. Opens up the queen. Here, okay. I'm tempted to, like, venti frappuccino. Which is what I call the uber sniper's nest here. Like this situation, get the bishop out. But I wonder if I want to, because I'm not used to openings where things can get really sharp really quickly. Also, I don't know how much I like the bishop over here rather than over here. But we're experimenting, right? Also, I like this because it means that this... maybe we do this for now. Venti Frappuccino. People too laissez-faire with their points here. It's got to be said. The 12k. Oh, okay. We've got the counter Frappuccino. I'm cool with that. Actually, I kind of love that. This structure, whenever I see my opponents do the Frappuccino kingside, it always puts a smile on my face. Because it just seems bad. Just because, well, I mean, in this situation, the knight's got two defenders, right? But it seems super sus. You know, another good question is, if I do this, suddenly there's a lot of pressure here on this square. But mainly, I mean, like, whoever moves their knight first pins the other knight to the bishop, right? So a situation like this is interesting. Maybe. I think I need to develop more pieces before I do that. But it is probably the most, like, critical... It's probably the most critical active move. I think this is, like, interesting conceptually. Actually, this is really interesting conceptually. Well, no, because what's the threat, right? Actually, any of these knight moves are really interesting. Because what happens here? Like if we threaten the knight here, I mean, and then takes and then loses the bishop is a real pain. But like 3 squares in front of the king, you can't provide any checks or like meaningful time travels. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. But mainly it's about pinning this knight, right? But then we do something like this, and this happens, and then this happens, and then he's got to move the king. Actually, this is kind of nice. Like, it forces the... Oh, moon first. Spending a lot of time here. 94 looks mean. Thought about it. 94 is a cute move. I really like it. 94 is really cute. I think that knight d5, there's a lot to be said about knight d5 in this position. I think there's a lot to be said about knight d5 in this position. But I don't know if it's too cute. Andre and Narik having a heated debate in the chat regarding the game they played earlier. Dave says, I mean, I believe in you, Summit. Totally worth 7.7k. Yikes. 7.7k. I mean, it's your channel points. Right, channel point rewards. So we had a few good ideas, and if anyone else has ideas in the chat, please share. But channel point rewards, I had 2 main ideas. Well, one of them really was shared by, I think, mostly Tutor last stream, one of my mods. Well, one of them would be submit a certain number of channel points, and you get to challenge Samet to a game, not just 5D chess, but like one of either a long list of games or anything else, and then if you win, then you get a gift sub. In terms of like reward for, you know, generating content that all of chat can enjoy, but also reward for watching, you know, and supporting for so long, I think it's fitting. Oh, that's super interesting and totally not what I expected. This is excellent. Wait, this is really great for us. Because this knight just lost its second defender. And what's this queen like ever gonna do? And if we can kick this queen, wow. Okay. Hold on. There are just so many ideas here. Okay. Knight lost the second defender. This queen is out and kind of vulnerable. It could get kicked pretty easily, and if it does, then we've got something like, you know, this fork or this check or whatever. I think opening the eyes of our queen is probably necessary, or we could activate it in this direction. But I mean, what I really want is like a massive battery down this diagonal, kind of with my queen. So actually what I really want is probably moving this pawn, moving this knight, and then getting my queen to f3, which is a lot of turns, but I wonder if we can make some trouble. I wonder if we can make some trouble for our opponent. Prior to that happening. Could also just immediately kick this queen. Okay, so candidate moves. A4, planning to kick the queen, which I'm lukewarm on. A knight move, threatening f7 shenanigans and potentially Tchaikovsky's. Especially with the queen out of the picture, right? There's nothing like a good knight g5 knight f7, and then takes, and then you plan one of any number of attacks. Wow, this bishop is just going to be blocked in here for like the rest of its days. Alternatively, one of these now to get our queen more mobile, so that after something like this, and then back here, we can follow up really quickly. Okay, what does our opponent do in response to this? The problem is that if the knight goes here, then it can be kicked by that knight, and I'd much rather it be kicked by this pawn, because that looks worse for our opponent. There's a lot that we could do here. There's a lot that we could do here. Probably just want to move. Actually, if here and then the knight move happens, well, we don't want to go here because it'll unpin this knight, right? Another candidate move, honestly, another candidate move is just straight up g4, kick the knight that way. Straight up g4 sounds interesting. Wow, I'm like flagging because I've got too many ideas and I can't choose between them rather than trying to find the one move that doesn't lose. This never happens to me. No, I like the queen mobility plan. Okay, so we do something like this, and then maybe he kicks or whatever. King takes here, and then bishop check takes, and then queen goes here, and then we have a sack onto the board where maybe we do this first. All right, all of that just to play this developing move. Suffering from success? Yeah, exactly. Plausible Alpaca says bishop b5 looks like a candidate. Bishop b5, I think that this bishop is doing a lot of work where it is. I don't think we have to worry about like centralizing the bishop or whatever. Especially because like I'd be much less comfortable allowing this knight to kick this bishop than allowing it to kick the knight. Okay, so he kicks this knight. That's kind of fantastic for us. I'm really liking... Here's the thing. If we do this and he takes this knight, I mean, we're pretty ecstatic, to be honest. If we do this and he takes this knight, because then we go queen here, and then after like sack, takes, or no, do we want to do this and then sack? Maybe we want to do this, and then if he doesn't kick, okay, this is like pure instinct. I haven't like calculated this at all. Void's here. Welcome, Void. Better late than never, you know. I haven't calculated this at all. This is like pure 5D instinct. We're gonna see if it works out, but it looks to me like this is just a no-brainer plan that we can definitely make something happen with. I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, I think that if he takes here, we probably win, like on the spot. Because then I think queen f3 happens immediately, and then I don't see how he defends this situation over here. I think that probably h6 has to be played here, I think. How's everyone and you? I'm doing great. It's another day. It's another beautiful Saturday. We're getting into it. Chat's super active, which I'm always happy to see. Yeah, we had a wager where Plausible Alpaca has 10 points against the 12K of the rest of chat. Mr. Submit better win this one. I'm assuming that I'm Mr. Submit here. And then a little bit later, we're going to play a few games. We're going to get warmed up, catch some games with the chat, and then play some 5D House later. Test out the new Teams variant, which I'm really excited about. Submit. My one of my friend groups well, Dave Gone Wild participates in this friend group, but I forget what the origin was, but they call me Summit, like Summit, as the meme bastardization of my name. Submit is a new one, but it kind of makes sense. Submit, I'll take it. Okay, maybe we should actually now take the opportunity to calculate this, right? So let's say that he takes this. What do we do? I think definitely queen f3. And then the idea is this. We take here. No, actually we take... If he doesn't attack the... What? Hold on. Are you sure, sir? Are you positive that this is what you want to do? We're just going to rattle this off, right? I mean, because then this is doubly attacked, so then this is like winning for us, like immediately. Maybe he pushes this pawn or something. But then we take this and it's mate, so he definitely doesn't do that. Okay, we're just going to snap this off. I can't imagine that this isn't immediately winning for us. But, okay, so now we can just take here because it's doubly attacked and singly defended. But I was thinking if we do something like knight here, and then takes, and then bishop here, and then takes. And this was before the queen was out here. Then we'd have time travel onto a board where I think we have, well, I think we have regular like 2D, 5D mate ideas, if that makes sense. Like without branching. Mate ideas now. Now that he didn't immediately threaten this knight. And so I got to move this queen out to here. Yeah, before I was thinking knight takes, bishop takes, queen out, and then go to this board or something like that. And then you have Tchaikovsky ideas. But I think now we don't even have to worry about branching. We just have to ask our opponent how he plans to defend this knight here. I'm not worried about this pawn. You know, if takes, that's cool. I mean, I am potentially a little bit worried about like queen goes here and then like a time travel, but I don't think that happens before we get our own mate. And if he spends time doing this, then I think we win the game anyway, because this queen, yeah, the queen defends the pawn for like a hot minute, and so a travel 3 turns into the past, he'd have to travel to this board specifically where this isn't defended immediately, and he doesn't have like a secondary check do here, and then something like this happens, and then, you know, bishop out or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too worried. I don't think that we've overextended here, is my point. Perhaps because there's a button, submit moves, which sounds like a name for a movie. Submit moves. Submit moves. Name for a movie. I could see it like an art, you know, like an art house flick. Yeah, that's interesting. If bishop takes f6, I think knight is not in danger to travel to g7. Bishop takes f6. Knight is not in travel to g7. From the future, bishop on g7. Oh, yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have said spoiler first, but also, he's just saying if the bishop's here, yeah, because we wouldn't be time capturing the bishop like 1 turn in the past. We'd be going like way earlier than that. And I think we'd be done with f6 by the time this bishop had access. Channel point idea, Summit plays guitar. You'll be maybe, I mean, that'd be a lot of channel points. That'd be all of the, whoa. Okay, this is interesting. This is super interesting now. Because this knight move is now forcing, and actually no, because I wouldn't want to. I think I'd probably do this anyway. Wait, this threatens like 2D mate. Or 2D, 5D mate. Branchless mate. Like if this happens... What does he do? Does he sack? Maybe the plan is to collapse on this pawn. Do we spend a turn defending? Or do we, like, takes here? I'm not worried about, because then we have this, but... And I mean, he's got the travel, but that's like 4 turns into the future. But now this forks the rook and the queen. And so it's like slightly more forcing for him to take this here. And then provide us a Tchaikovsky on a platter. I think we probably just take here. Are you worried about this? I don't think we're worried about this, are we? All right, so it goes here on this board, right? E5 from E6 to E5, E4, E3, E2. Yeah, our knight's here as well. Wait, where did I say? E5, E4, E3, E2. Okay, so going here isn't a problem. Here or here or here. So he's got to wait another 4 turns before that's relevant. Okay, so we just snap capture here, right? I can't imagine that we have to give a damn about this queen. I think that this must be the way. I guess it takes here and then takes here. And then this travel gets to this turn, maybe? Takes here. So this is where he'll go if he travels next turn. So after takes here, he'll go to here on this board. Right? Takes here, he'll go to here on this board. Oh, I said E, I meant D earlier. D5, D4, D3, D2. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it here. No, I think that we're fine. I think that we're fine. Quick, where's Poison? Where is Poison? How many points for Sumet Plays Guitar? Yeah, I don't know, like 10 million. Something like that. Between grad school and 5D chess, I haven't had time to touch my guitars in the last, like, year, so... Bruh, reading advices while the bet is made. What's the advices? Oh, are you saying about what Void was saying? Yeah. I mean... I don't think that the game has been in any way influenced by reading chat suggestions right now. In this case, I'll join Gumby's stream and just start casually making advices. Come on. I think that Dreamer is overreacting. Here. I think that we take this every day of the week, yeah? Now we threaten mate. He's got to answer this, and I don't think his travel works this turn. So what does he do? Go here? Question is how early we've got this travel. And if he goes here, then he can kiss all of these ideas goodbye, right? And our queen just hangs out here until 2 turns from now, where this becomes mate, the travel back here. I don't know. What does he do? Because he can't defend here and here for enough turns. And we can give a check soon. We can give a check real soon. I'm watching both He Did It, the Mad Lad suggested moves. Wow, has the war truly begun? I mean, that's not cool. Come on. I mean, I'm pretty faithful to the philosophy of, you know, not getting outside help from chat. I think that I think that my actions speak for themselves. Rook F8. Oh, wrong chat. Oh, Rook G8. Oh no. That just, there's just mate here. I hope he doesn't do this. Yeah, Rook F8 is an idea. It doesn't buy him the time that he needs. I think between like, well, I'd have to make a different move and then make this check and then time travel, I think. Actually, no. I can check here and then time travel to here on this board. Oh no, that's, can't take a pawn one turn in the past. Of course, we've made that mistake, you know, an embarrassing number of times. Look at the Lexi server cement. Okay. Hey, what's up? Want to hear some advice? Wow. All right. I mean, I can only speak for my own, you know, I can only police my own chat on my own stream. I guess I can't prevent you guys from going into my opponent's chats and telling them how to play the game. But, you know, I think we're a bit more chill than that. Memes aside. I'm slowly turning into a walking meme. What do you mean slowly, Dreamer? You've been a meme for a hot minute now. Hammer. Oh, Banhammer. I thought that Dave was calling Dreamer Hammer, like how we call him Trimmer, because that'd be funny. Ban incoming? Nah. I mean, I don't think that a celebrated member of the 5D chess community who sets an example for his peers, you know, would actually go through with such questionable acts. Thankfully, I mean, my chat's fantastic. I love you guys. I've got a great audience, and I haven't had to bat anybody but, you know, like bots that come in and spam. 100% intended. Nice. Okay, so this happens. So we could win a queen. Check here, takes, fork, and then king has to move. Oh no, and after takes here, actually the pawn can recapture, so it doesn't work. Okay, so what we want to do is travel to here on this board. The question is, can we make a move that, let's see, how would he prohibit me from getting to here on this board anyway? Oh, wait. So I want to save this knight to make a check here on this board next turn. Like, we make whatever move now. I don't know, maybe bishop out or something. I don't know. We make whatever move, and then we check the king here, and then we time travel to this board, right? Here on this board, and then immediate win. Probably that's the safest way, yes. Let's make sure, where do we, you know, we make a whatever move like this. I don't know. It's not super important. But we make a whatever move like this, and then where does this queen go? We're still good for a turn. That's fantastic. The nice thing about this is that he can't deliver a check. That's why this bishop move, right? So I think we just win, right? Can't deliver a check here. Can't prevent the travel to here on this board. And if he doesn't do that this turn, then we just check here on this board, and then we go here, and then it's mate, right? Ship it. Let's ship it. Never in a million years. If I were a banhammer, I would have smashed everyone. Don't know how the queen moves in time. Ban. Wow. Is there provable sufficient insufficient material in 5D? Dave, fantastically, no. Because you can still get checkmate in a king versus king situation. Granted, you have to walk into it. Like it's a draw in basically every circumstance. But with just a king, because 5D, you can checkmate the opponent's king, which is fantastic. But you can't force it unless you're in, like, you start in a very specific position. But yeah, king versus king in 5D it's a real brain buster. It's a real mind bender. That's amazing. I know. It's one of the oh no, it's not a puzzle, but it's one of the game modes is it's a 3x3 board where it's a king versus a king. Average human plays king of kings. I hate king v king. I always lose that. Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying. It's hard to wrap your head around. It is a very average human format, I think. A very average human variant. It doesn't surprise me that he likes that variant. But the problem with that variant is that it's like you can force a draw as black. So it's not a, you know, it's like, I guess you wouldn't call it solved in a situation, but I mean it's a forced draw for black, so it's not good. I love king versus king, no time checks, pure strategic positional play. Yeah, something like that. Dreamer, I thought you hated exotic variants. Oh, Dreamer does. I mean, hate's a strong word. He's got a distaste. Yeah, so if this happens, then we have the win. Because the knight check here, and then has to deal with the check. This checks the king one turn in the past with this knight here on e6. And then from there, we travel our queen back to here, and then that's a mate. Fantastic. So, yeah, I think this is GG. I'm glad that I had the bishop move here. I mean, not that it really would have mattered. I think we just had, I think this is one of those games where we just had a pretty, oh, nice. Okay, check. We did it, chat. We won the game. Shiv's here. Hey, Shiv, how's it going? This is some Steins Gate shit? Hell yeah. Isn't that a Japanese cartoon, says Void. Yes, it's one of those Japanese cartoons. Hey, Shiv and Dave are here. You guys always show up at the same time. That's not true. Dave's here all the time. I stream every week. But Shiv's only here like once a month. But anytime Shiv's here, Dave is also here. I mean, that's what I should say. This is some Steins Gate shit. Hell yeah, dude. Steins Gate is my favorite anime. If you're into anime, or even if you're not, if you're like tangentially, you know, if you're curious about good anime but not an anime fan per se, 10 out of 10 would recommend. A cool turnout is incoming. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. A cool turnout is incoming. A cool turnout is incoming. I lost. Oh, it was just in time. Guys, we did the calculations wrong. GG. GG to our opponent. That's what Dreamer meant. Oh, man, I did all the math, but I was a turn too late. You know why? It's because I thought he can't travel back before I get my travel to win. But of course, after I travel, he can still travel back before my travel. So this is pretty typical. This is pretty typical. Well played. Well played to our opponent. This is one of those games. This is like the Dreamer pushing his pawns in the reverse royalty game against Graven, where he had the win, and so he didn't stop to think about his opponent's attacks. I mean, I definitely did stop to think about my opponent's attacks. I just straight up miscalculated, which is fair enough. Let's get some arrows in this. GG. GG to our opponent. Oh my god, minus 12k. I forgot all about that. Plausible alpaca.